For air travel, it differs somewhat in what we're having to do with automobiles, so the following risk management tips can help us and other members of the organization have a safer and more enjoyable air travel experience. Always carry a current U.S. federal or state issued photo ID. Always carry a current passport for international trips. Follow all rules related to what you can and can't carry on an airplane. Remember the 311 for carry-on items. Review the list of prohibited items. Replace your name, home, address, itinerary, and destination inside each bag. Always book a place to stay before you leave. Keep your small, expensive items and other personal items in your carry-on bag. If your vehicle or another vehicle being used by our organization is involved in an accident, take the following steps to keep everyone safe. Stop immediately and call 911 or police. Assess the situation and render aid as appropriate. Make sure that all members of your organization are accounted for and find out if anyone is hurt or injured. Fill out a police report if you are asked to do so. Obtain the names and addresses of all witnesses. Contact your advisor. All drivers and officers should have phone numbers for the organization's faculty, staff, advisors, along with other university resources. Avoid making statements as to who is at fault, nor should you make offers to pay for damages. Contact the Student Activities and Leadership Development or Student Emergency Services areas in the Office of the Dean of Students upon your return to campus. So our next section is behavior at parties and other organization events, and we'll go over what we should do when we're planning an event such as a party. Creating an event requires a lot of planning work and thought. While your organization, events, social, professional, etc. have the potential to benefit all members of our organizations, the type of events and how they are run are a reflection on our entire organization and each of us. It is important as an organization to identify the types of events we will be conducting and their purpose, social, professional, intellectual, recreational, competitive, etc. When planning an event, the university recommends that we consider the following planning tips. Choose events that reflect the values and beliefs of our organization and members. Invite people and groups we know. Appoint or designate event monitors to handle emergencies and other event details. Appoint designated drivers of hosting an event where alcohol will be served. Confront inappropriate behavior quickly and firmly. Have an emergency crisis management plan in place to review with all of the members prior to the event. Remember that the types of events we host are a reflection of our organization's values. As mentioned earlier in the previous slide, there are many factors to consider when deciding on an event or activity. Theme parties are a popular social event for organizations, especially around Halloween or something like that. However, some theme parties have created controversy in recent years, particularly culturally based theme parties. We should consider these questions before planning to host a culturally based theme party. Why this theme? Is it about a living culture? Is it about a current subculture? Have we consulted either whether people from that community or with recognized experts about the theme? Are the people whose culture is being represented adequately empowered in society? Think and talk about what we are planning to do. A risky and potentially offensive event some organizations choose to host to raise money is the date or slave auction. While most organizations do this type of event with good intentions, the result can be damaging to the organization and participants. Date or slave auctions involve bidding on a human being for their services or the ability to spend time with a certain person. This process devalues the human being to the level of merchandise, involves a comparison of the relative value of each person being auctioned. This process has the appearance of actual slave auctions, which are a real and tragic part of this country's history. In addition, it is important to consider safety concerns that arise as a result of date auctions. When a person wins the ability to spend time with another person, there is no way of discerning their true motives. Given the prevalence of sexual assault in our culture, safety concerns exist if we allow a member of our organization to be compelled to spend time alone with someone that he or she may not know. At UT Austin, equality, openness, and sensitivity are strongly held values. For this reason, and all of the reasons mentioned before, student organizations are encouraged to engage in more imaginative and feasible alternatives to these activities. Student organization events such as conferences, award ceremonies, and competitions can be quite complex to manage. Events can involve numerous tasks, including budgets, event schedules, etc. An essential component to creating successful events requires selecting an officer, other organization member, or committee team to take the lead. Selecting the planner for organization events is an important decision. Qualities of good event planners include experience within the organization, excellent organizational communication and time management skills, ability to handle stressful, fast-paced situations, and passion and strategic vision. The institutional rules on student services and activities outline the standards of conduct expected of all students at the University of Texas at Austin. Whether a student or a student organization is on or off campus, all Longhorns are expected to abide by these standards. Please be aware that the following behaviors violate these rules. Engaging in harassment or discrimination against another student or UT employee. Damaging, defacing, destroying, altering, or taking UT property without authorization of the university. Impeding or interfering with an authorized university function, including teaching, research, or disciplinary. Endangering the health or safety of another student or UT employee. Failing to identify oneself, provide false information to an institutional representative. Unauthorized entry into university buildings or fountains, and engaging in conduct that violates federal, state, and local laws such as theft, hazing, DWI, or underage drinking. While above list is not exhaustive, you can obtain a copy of the institutional rules on student services and activities by visiting the website below. In short, don't get in the little filled fountain unless you have permission first. Not every event is a party or a happy hour. Many UT student organizations are engaged in academic or professional endeavors, such as conferences, corporate recruiting fairs, and professional association meetings. It is just as important during these professional events to address risk, set expectations, and represent the organization well. Tips for etiquette at professional events include: show up on time, do not leave early, do not use laptops or cell phones, ask appropriate questions, dress appropriately, let each person have a chance to speak, eat and drink in moderation, do not monopolize people's time. Know what the purpose of the event is and come prepared. Okay, so this is our summary and conclusion. The section will provide you with a summary of the resources available to you if you want to learn more about any of the topics covered in our presentation. Program Safety Education Services in the Office of the Dean of Students offers free wallet cards that cover student organization and personal safety resources. There are also content-specific web pages for each risk management topic covered this evening. You can access them by going to the training resources link on our website listed above. These web pages are always a work in progress, and we appreciate any recommendations for links that you might have. Finally, we just want to remind you that the Office of the Dean of Students has a variety of areas that it can help you and our organization with safety and risk management issues. So that's the end of our presentation. Don't forget to sign the attendance sheet out. If you have questions, any of us representatives that are authorized will be more than happy to talk with you about any of these things. So thank you all for attending. Have a good day.